Today, I want to share 2 strategies that you can use to immediately make your strumming more expressive. And these aren't gimmicks or shortcuts. They're practical, common sense techniques that you can implement and practice right away. But before we dive in, let me be clear. These are tools to add expression to your strumming after you're already confident with a couple of strumming patterns. If you're still struggling to keep the beat or to make your strumming sound like the song, I have other lessons that'll help you with that foundational work, and you'll find links to those down below. It's essential to have that solid base before moving on to this sort of late beginner / intermediate next step. Now, real quick, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and grab your copy of my free ebook. I'll link it down below, or you can visit goodguitarist.com to get it. Now, let's get started. Now, the first concept that I'd like to share with you is how to divide the strings into 3 zones. When I was first starting guitar, I was really surprised to hear that the guitar, compared to other instruments, has a really massive range. I wasn't familiar with any other instruments, but the truth is, guitar goes very low, like a cello, and it goes high up like a flute and does everything in between. And when you're strumming, we can take advantage of that massive range to add various layers of depth to our strumming. We're gonna keep the pattern simple, just down, 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 up, down, up. So we have 4 beats. We're playing a downstroke on beat 1, a down on beat 2, and then a down up on 3, and a down up on 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. And for those first 2 downstrokes, I'm playing an E chord, by the way. For those first 2 downstrokes, instead of strumming all the strings, let's focus on the lower strings, on the thicker strings. So for my E major chord here, that's the 2 thicker strings, and I'm just going to go. So already we're adding some depth to our playing. When we compare that to this, it's a little bit different. It's adding some vibe. Now, to take it a step further, for that down up at the end, I'm just going to focus on the thinner strings. And to do this, I'm still obeying the rules of strumming, which is to constantly move your arm down and up. Down on the numbers, up on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But I'm controlling my motions and making them smaller. And that's why I want you to be good at strumming in general before you try to incorporate this, because it's more important that your rhythm is steady. You don't want to sacrifice the rhythm in exchange for adding this cool stuff. But once you're there, we can learn to control our motions and make the movements smaller so that we can target these string groups. So far, what we have, I'm going low for the first 2 beats and then high for the second 2 beats. But to add a little bit more depth to that, for beat 2, we can aim for the middle of the strings, of the chords. So low, medium, high, low. And when we speed that up, to me that sounds a lot more musical than just doing that the entire time. And once you're comfortable with this example, the next best step for you to take is to take whatever strumming patterns you like, whatever you're familiar with, and then you just have to decide, am I going to strum all the strings, the lower strings, the middle strings, the higher strings? On the D chord, for instance, you don't really have access to the lower strings. They're not part of the chord shape, right? So you'll have to experiment a little bit. But going through this process, instead of just relying on somebody like me to tell you, here's exactly what you should do for every single chord of every single song, learning how to do this yourself, you're going to hit a point where you just hear something and then you're able to do it, and this is one of those crucial steps towards that. Now, the other way that you can add expression to your strumming today, and this is probably easier than what I just showed you, is to be vocal and count out loud with feeling. And most of you guys, you just know me through the screen, and I guess I seem outgoing because I broadcast myself to thousands of people every other day here on my YouTube channel. But if you knew me in real life, I'm a pretty low-key guy. You know, I don't like to make a bunch of funny noises in the living room and draw attention to myself when I'm just chilling at home, right? So I understand the feeling. But what we're going to do is pretty subtle. I'll just show you what I mean. We're going to use the same pattern, and instead of saying it like down, 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 up in that mechanical way, I'm going to add some expression to the way I say it, to how I want to feel it. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. You know, I'm feeling that strumming pattern, so I'm saying it that way. And if I were to analyze what I'm doing, I'm saying that second downstroke on beat 2 with way more emphasis. Down, 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 up, down, up. And for the down, up, at the end, I'm pulling back. I'm saying them a lot quieter. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So I say the strokes in an expressive way, and I analyze that. You know, I think, okay, I was saying beat 2 louder. I was pulling back on 3 and 4 and then I try to do those things as I strum. I keep saying it and I play it. Down, 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 down. I'll do it slower. Down, 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 down. So I'm adjusting the volume just by saying it in a more expressive way. You know, by saying it that way, I'm going to kind of like get my whole body into it. And you'll probably even start incorporating the first concept that we talked about without even thinking about it, you know? To be louder on beat 2, you're gonna hit all the strings. And then during that down, up, you might just aim for like the middle strings, you know, down, down, up, down, up. And to go softer, I might hold my pick a little bit lighter to get a smoother sound, you know? And I just do this over and over again to get used to the feeling, and I keep saying it as I play it. And once again, after you've done this example, you just pick your favorite strumming patterns and you say the strumming patterns with gusto or in a really laid back way or whatever way you're feeling it. You know, maybe you listen to a song and you find a strumming pattern that matches the song. Because by the way, songs don't really have strumming patterns. They have grooves. And we capture that groove on guitar by strumming a certain way. But if you listen to any professional recording, very rarely do they do the exact same order of downstrokes and upstrokes and the exact same pattern the entire time in the same way, you know. That's how people like myself teach guitar. You know, we do that just to help you get started. But once you start doing this, you know, once you start expressing yourself, you break away from that. You know, you just listen to a song and you think, oh, that song sounds like this. You know, for instance, you know, you might recognize that groove, you know, and I'll just flesh it out a little bit more and I'll go down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, down. You know, I started vocalizing it, and then I added some strokes to my vocalizing, and I ended up with the feeling. I added the chords, and in this case, I got Hotel California, and I had to play it in my head because, you know, I don't know if I'm allowed to play it out loud on YouTube. I'll get like arrested by the copyright police or whatever. But essentially, I was listening to it, and then I kind of like beatboxed it, you know, and I just played drums with my mouth. I felt it out. I captured that groove. I figured out the strokes. There you go. You got the tune, right? And the truth is, once you've done this enough times, you kind of just move your arm down and up, and then you just connect with the guitar at the right time just by feeling it. You know, I do have a method that explicitly teaches you how to do that, how to learn strumming patterns by ear. But eventually that leads into this. By the way, if you are interested in that, if you do want to take your strumming to the next level, I have a course, Strumming Made Simple, which breaks down all of these things. How to learn strumming patterns by ear, how to learn more complex strumming patterns, how to add feeling and expression. You know, it really explains everything, even some of the more technical things in a really simple way. So I encourage you to check that out if you are interested in hitting the next level. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing. Don't forget to grab your copy of my free ebook. If you enjoy learning guitar with me, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.